Now again, if your husband is living in sin and causing you to sin, I think we can have a separate discussion on what that submission will look like. But I don't want us to walk away thinking that if someone doesn't do a good job, or if someone has some failure somewhere, it gives us the excuse to not submit. The attitude of submission should always be there. Why? Because you fear God. Because you are a God-centered person. So, having tested that, then let's ask, do we have to submit to someone like Hitler? He's really jialat. Now, of course, if you're Singaporean and he's a German, you don't have to submit. But hypothetically, if you were a German living under Hitler in those days, do you have to submit to him? Wicked guy. Have to or not? Have to or not? No. 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 Yes lah! We submit because of their position, not their performance. And I want to tell you that when Paul wrote Romans 13, he's writing about Caesar, who is not any better. Also a wicked guy. So you submit even to someone like Hitler. But again, I rush on to connect my third question. What if they make us sin? Then the answer is no. So if Hitler tells me to grow potatoes rather than cabbage, I don't know what anyhow say. If he tells me to grow potato rather than cabbage, I will grow potato. No choice. But if he asks me to kill someone, I will kill. That's the difference. So I submit to Hitler in as far as he does not lead me to sin. So all that being said, I think it's important to recognize the big principle. God establishes authorities across our various relationships, and it is wise to submit. It is right to submit. I want to also help you see that submission is not inferiority. We are allergic to submission today because somehow we believe that when you submit to someone, it shows that you are inferior, you're lousy, you're not so smart, you don't earn so much. That's not true. Jesus, the second person of the Godhead, is equal with the Father, but he submitted himself to the Father. He's equal, not any less God. So we need to understand submission is not a bad thing. It's not showing your inferiority. In fact, I think for anyone to submit, it takes tremendous strength. Strength of character and assurance, and I think it's a beautiful thing. Following Jesus in his submission to the Father.